Dawn from Brush in My Hand. We're gonna get started on our holiday craft. I just have a couple of things I want to tell you. First thing is that we're going to be meeting every Wednesday to do a little craft, try to keep it under $10, sometimes under $5, something fun and quick that we can do, you know, under a half hour we could do together. Then I feel like I'm hanging out with friends and we get to learn together. On Fridays, I'm going to be taking you into the little studio area where I paint, and you can see what I'm working on. I'm going to show you some techniques that I'm in the process of doing, and hopefully you can pick up some tips that you can use in your furniture painting. And don't forget, if you are in Ellicott City, to stop and see us at Taylor's Collective. We carry the full Dixie Belle line there. Plus you can always get it on my shop page and my website. So let's get started, and let me pull this one up. This is the one that I made yesterday that's in the picture, and I hope you can see it better. I have all my photography lights on to kind of show you, and as I said yesterday, you can do whatever colors you have out. So I'm gonna go with the red, and I want to give you an idea. These frames, I like them because they were long. I got these at the Restore over on Dunnock Avenue, and they were, you know, $1 a piece. They had these, I don't know, old 60-ish pictures in them that I just kind of pulled out, kept the frames, because I knew I could use them for something, and they actually worked out good for this. Everything that I used here is either from the dollar store or Dollar General. This ribbon here, I literally got at Walmart last year. It was like $2.47, because you know I'm like crazy about buffalo checks. Does anybody else like buffalo checks? Like, I'm just wondering, because I am into the white and black this year. Last year I was really into the red and black. But anyway, so there's that. Now, when I first started with the frame, it was raw wood, like you see back here. And that's what we're working with. So I purchased 2 frames back when I got these, and this is the other frame that we're gonna work with tonight. Now, I already have a coat of paint on this because I'm gonna do a black coat of paint, and then I'm going to do a red coat over it. I'm going to distress it a little bit and give it put some black wax in the red just to make it look old and vintage. And you can add as many embellishments as you want to this. So let's get started. Let me turn this around so that you can see what is happening here. I had this set up, actually kind of set up so that you could see what's going on. Kind of the little feet, and bear with me 1 second and I'll have it right up for you. Okay. How is that? It's kind of crooked. Okay, can you see that? All right. So first things first, I'm using Dixie Belle. This is Barn Red. This is my favorite red. You know, I'm crazy about my spray bottle, so I'm just gonna wet my brushes. These brushes are awesome. The paint just slides right off of them. It's crazy. So this is not actually Dixie Belle's black. When I got these frames, I had, at that time, I was using Annie Sloan, and this is base painted. As you can see, I base painted like 6 months ago. It's base painted with Annie Sloan, and which isn't a very dark black. So where our Caviar is a true black. So I'm just gonna go over here real quick with the red. And as you can see, it's kind of rough on the inside. I just wasn't sure what I was going to do to it. I thought maybe I'd make a little sign out of it. But I'm glad I saved it. It's going to be pretty for the holidays. And And red is like my favorite color, so. Which I guess you would think then that I would like the black and red buffalo's checks, which I did. I did really used to like them, just not so much anymore. The black and white have just done it for me. Alrighty. I'm just dipping a little bit on. This paint goes a long way. Normally I would be spraying this and watering it down like this. If you guys know me, because then you can really, all Dixie Belle paints and products are water-based, so you can really get a lot of coverage out of it if you just, you know, squirt it. You can blend it. You can blend all the colors into each other because it's water-based. We're going to do a little class on that too. And once you learn to blend these paint colors together, you're going to be hooked. If you like the ombre look, that's nothing compared to what you can do with these paints. So I got this. I get a little bit better up here. I need a little bit better stand for my phone. What do you think? So that you can okay. Now I'm gonna get out my little, let me just sit that like that, my little heat gun. Just to dry this really, really quick so that we can get to the next stage. And Dixie Belle does dry really fast because it's water-based. So this heat gun is just really going to speed it up for me. Of course, I use a heat gun because I'm a furniture painter and I just can't kind of sit around and wait for paint to dry all day. Okay, it's almost dry. Just got a little bit excess in these grooves here, which I need to get dry because that's where I want to put the wax. In your case, you would just be like a half hour. It'll be dry in a half hour if you just sit it, wait for it, come back to it. I love these guns, these heat guns. They're amazing. The time that they save. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll say it's dry enough. The only thing with these heat guns is they get really hot. Can you see the smoke coming off of that? They get really hot, so you have to be really careful. You could burn your hands on them. All right, now let me plug my glue gun in so we can get ready for the next step. All right, so this is dry. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my sanding sponge. I wish I could help you see this better. Okay, I'm going to take my sanding sponge and I'm just going to hit it. I like to get the corners really good. I like to get the areas that it would naturally just kind of distress. The edges. You see what I'm doing here? I don't like to give it that, those, I don't know, what do they call them, cow scrapes. That's not kind of natural looking. All right. Okay. So if you can see it now, see where we have it distressed here, here. Okay. So next, what we're gonna do is we are going to take, this is Dixie Belle's Best Staying Wax. It's really soft wax, and I'm just gonna take this, actually, let me wipe the dust off where I just sanded it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna use one of my little brushes here. These are just, I keep little brushes for detailing, and this is just a cheap little brush. All right, so I'm just gonna come in here. I can actually bring this up and show you. Come in here, and I'm just gonna put the wax in the crevices. See that? Come over here, put them in these crevices. And you see I'm putting a lot on, don't worry. Remember, it's water-based, and I'm gonna be able to wipe this back. Okay, let me get you a better shot right here. Okay, so then I'll come this side here. And if you have clear wax, you can actually stain your wax. You can use our paint to color your wax, really any color you want. So you're not limited to, if you have clear wax, just add some black paint to it and go with it. Okay, and let's come up here to this section. And I'm really going to hit these corners because I like them to look old. You can see that, but I'm going to come back and fix it, no worries. And then I'll come down this end, I'll just throw some wax there, there, throw a little there. There, just get some shading going, give it some depth so that it's not just like this red painted thing. And then I'm gonna take my rag, bear with me because I'm looking at this sideways, and I'm just gonna come over here and I'm gonna wipe back that wax that I just put on. And can you see how I'm wiping it back, but it's staying in the crevices of the wood? Can you see that? And I'm gonna do that on this side and this side. I'm just wiping all the excess back in there. If you can see the corners and the depth that it's giving it. And we're going to come up here where I put all of this in this corner, and we're going to wipe the corners back, and actually maybe just buff it around a little bit. If you buff it around a little bit, you can get it to sit into the corners a little better. You want to get it in the wood more. You see that? So we have our black is showing through from the paint, but then we also have, we've added some depth to it. So give you a good shot of that. There's our frame as it is now. All right. Now, for our next stage, this more towards me so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I got this little ornament at the dollar store. I got this last year, so I don't know if they have them this year, but they have so many cute ones. And I was actually at Walmart today. They have the most adorable ornaments that would be perfect in all different sizes, any color you want, and just some really creative things. So this is from the dollar store. Sorry for the noise. All right, so now I'm gonna take, I have some twine here. I am going to take my little ornament here, and I'm actually going to take my twine and tie it like this, and then cut the excess off. Because as you know, these dollar store ornaments, they always have a ton of glue stuck to them, which I don't like. So I'm just going to tie this real tight together, and then I'll cut the excess strings off so you won't even see it, so that we can make it any length we want. All right, so you see what I did? I just tied that to the string that was already in there. And now we'll go ahead, make sure it's really tight, and cut this excess off. You may not have to do this with your ornament, but if it's one of these, you will. All right. So there we have it on the string. There's our little frame. See all the little depth going on there? All right. So now we got to figure out about where we want it to hang, right? I had it halfway last night, and I think I'm going to stick with that too. So what I'm going to do now is turn my frame around, and it's really much easier to do this with your frame turned around, facing you, because then you can kind of see where it's going to lay when you're looking at it from the front. So I'm kind of liking that right there. Let me get this excess off so that it stops spinning. All right. So that's where I want it. And we want it centered. How's that? So what I'm going to do now is I am going to put this back so you can see. And I am going to take my staple gun and just staple this right here. And when I did this yesterday, the same thing happened. It's not tight enough. The string will end up falling out. I don't have the hand string for it. Ouch. Yeah, I just touched a hot glue gun. So I'm going to just take my hammer, just bang it in there a little more, just to make sure it doesn't fall out, especially if it's windy out. Okay, so we have the first part done. There we have our little ornament hanging. Now, I don't know if you noticed in my picture, but I dressed my ornament up a little bit, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our little bow, and I'm going to put that up here in the corner. Now, I made my own little bow because, again, I'm so hooked on the buffalo checks this year, and I had bought the buffalo checks ribbon last year. So I just made that little bow. As you know, you can get these at the dollar store already made, packs of them. But I like this, so I have a little bow maker, so it was just easy to make it. So what I'm going to do here now is we're going to place the bow up in the corner where it would look best. And depending on your frame and the size of your frame is going to determine how big you want your bow. Because initially I had made my bow bigger than this. Like I had my ends this long and I put it on there and it looked ridiculous. So I just pulled it back apart and made it smaller. So in this case, I'm going to, I have, you know, wire on here that I use to attach it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the rest of this wire off. I don't need that. I don't need the wire that's on the back of here. That was only just to make my bow. Tuck that away. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this bow on here because fabric adheres pretty well to wood like this. So let's see. Let's get it at the right angle. What do you think? I could probably see it better looking at it this way. How's that? We'll fix the bow a little later. We need to puff it up. I gotta look at this real quick. Okay. So just eye it, the angle it's gonna look the best at. That's what I'm doing right now. It's just too hard to see facing the camera. All right, so I'm gonna glue it right here, right on my little corner. I'll probably overdo it with the glue. And I'm just gonna hold it there for a second. Okay. And puff it up a little bit. Okay, that's where we are now. So I know my shirt is messing this up because it's interfering with the pattern. I should have wore a solid color. Next time I'll know. All right, so we're here. So now what I did was before I put the back on this, I held it up to my door to see how long the ribbon needed to be that I used to make my little hanger. And I went ahead and I used some more of this ribbon. And in my case, I did not need much ribbon. It kind of fell perfectly on the wreath hanger. That's what I hung it on. I just put some little ribbon here and hung it on there. So really, I don't need much at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to staple this in. Whoops, I think I went into the metal of the wood. And then I'm going to staple it in right here. Ugh. And again, since my arms aren't very strong, I take my little hammer and just make sure those staples are, oops, that one wasn't in good at all. Let's do that again. Okay. All right, they're not going anywhere. So now I'm going to cut the excess ribbon off so that you can't see it from the back. And don't look at the bow yet because we have to puff it up. It's been laying on its little belly. Okay, now the other thing I did, I wanted to decorate my bow a little bit, my ornament a little bit. So I just took, I wanted to kind of match. So So I just took these little, couple little pieces of these here. And if you just fold them in half and glue them on, you can do it with whatever ribbon you're using if you want to make your ornament last a little more. Just cut a little teeny piece off like this, and then just bend it together. That in this particular case, because like I said, these dollar store ornaments, they use so much glue. So I'm just going to fold it in half like that and just bend it together just like that. And then it's just going to look like I have a little buffalo bow. Did I say bow? Bow. Bow. It's late. It's late. But Alyssa, thank you for watching me. I love you. So now I have a little buffalo bow on the front. It's really smaller than I wanted. The next one we're going to do is just a tad bigger. So I'm just going to fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. Throw a little glue on it, and it'll look like a bow on my little dollar store ornament that matches my bow on top of my... Okay, what do you think? Wear a solid color next time. This Friday, join me because I've been working on these two dressers for over a week now, just putting on Harlequin diamonds. This is going to be top of the line, amazing when it's finished, these two. They're going to be very feminine, and I can't wait to share them. And I'm going to show you on Friday when we check in together at 12. Every Friday, I'm going to show you where I am with those, and I can't wait. I have literally been drawing Harlequin squares for over a week now, so I can't wait to get to that part of painting it. So I hope you like our little craft. That's just the hook part. I'm going to poof my bow up, and now I have matching ones, and I'm going to look for stuff to add to make it cuter. But hey, we did this $1. Well, I made my own bow. And these old frames, literally a couple bucks. You can make these, and you can make yours a lot cuter. You can find really cute ornaments. Like I said, these were things I had in a bag from last year. So thank you, and I can't wait to see you guys on Friday. But in between, I'll see you then. Peace and love. Peace and love. Bye.